All right, we're going to enter the pirate room. All right, we're going to do a little tour of the pirate room here. We'll start over here. We've got a whole bunch of my Jack Sparrows. That's from the very first movie. Then that's from the second one when the cannibals made Jack Sparrow their chief. Well, the toe necklace. And that's from the third movie, at World's End. And that's from the first movie when Jack and Barbossa were at it with each other when they're both cursed. Here's my Pirates of the Caribbean bobblehead. And of course, my favorite rum, pirate rum. And then down here we've got a Disney figurine of Blackbeard from the original Pirates of the Caribbean ride. And there's a pewter skull from Pirates of the Caribbean. I think that's from the Noble collection. And over here, having lunch with Lee Ehrenberg, who played Pintel in Pirates of the Caribbean. That's Matt and myself at some restaurant down in Venice. And then here I am as dressed up as Cannibal Chief Jack, along with my toe necklace and everything, and my headdress. And there I am as just regular Jack Sparrow. Down here we've got Davy Jones' chest. Some more Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. And this is really cool. This is an actual scrimshaw my mom bought back in the 60s at the antique store that was right outside of the Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland. So this is an actual whale's tooth scrimshaw. I have no idea how old it is, but it's a beautiful piece of work. Tall ship. Must be a whaler ship. So that was a really beautiful piece of scrimshaw there. And then over here we've got some pictures of us when we took our first cruise. I was on the Holland Line cruise. And then here's an autographed picture of everybody from the first movie. There's Lee and there's Johnny and everybody. There's Trevor there in the corner. And here we are in Big Bear. And up here there's Trevor. And then above that is David. He played Clubba. So they were both kind of bad pirates in the Barbossa crew. And then over here we've got the very first Pirates of Chalk crew right here. There's Isaac and Maxie and Marty and Vince and Jesse and of course myself over there in the corner. And there's Martha and Dave, and there's Matt back there, and of course my Vivian right there, Isaac, and then here me and Viv are up. I think we were up in Big Bear there. Some Disney dollars, Pirates of the Caribbean, and then this is our very first trip at Chalk Hospital. And over here we've got, this was our very first flag that was made by Jose. This is for our second event we did for Pirates of Chalk. And actually I have the same exact design tattooed on my arm. So the young man that actually designed this was a friend of mine, Adam, who was also one of the designers of all the Pirates of the Caribbean toys that were made. And he was actually a toy designer. So he actually did the artwork for this. And then Jose kind of recreated it with his airbrush. And this is for the third one. Also done by Jose, who also was a Jack Sparrow impersonator. And over here was our fourth one. And this one I think was more hand painted than airbrushed. So he actually did a lot of this by hand. And here's my Pirate Chief Warren sign. Looks like the desert island that Jack was marooned on. There's a beautiful painting that Viv found of a tall ship. And then over here, we have the Pirates of the Caribbean poster from the 1960s. And this is my compass. It's I think this is actually a master's replica compass. It's 200 of 2,500 compasses. So I use that when I dress up as Jack Sparrow. And here's a little miniature black pearl. Then over here we've got Captain Teague. That's pretty cool. And there's more Pirates of the Caribbean stuff, some skulls and stuff. Then here we have Pirate Captain Mickey. Got him when I went to visit our friend Iron Bess at the Burbank Disney Studios. We got that in their shop at the studios. So pick that up there. And then here's some more pictures of us. There's me and in Big Bear, yeah. And here we are on the Holland Line cruise, our very first cruise together. And that was for the muscular sclerosis event that we did. And there's Marty. And of course, myself and Viv. And this is myself and Viv on the Queen Mary. And then over here, this is really cool. This is an autographed poster, pretty much autographed by everybody. And there's autographed by Johnny Depp, Keira Knightley, Orlando Bloom, Bill Nye, there's Jeffrey Rush, and some others, Jack Davenport, who played, of course, Commodore Norrington, Kevin McNally, who's Mr. Gibbs, and a few others here and there on there. Pretty cool. And then down here, this is my Jack Sparrow hat, wig, and bandana, and beads, of course. So that's my Jack Sparrow wig, and of course my cannibal headdress. This thing weighs about 7.5 pounds, so it was quite cumbersome to have to wear this thing for any length of time. And back here, my feather scepter, which is pretty cool. So that was my feather scepter for when I did Cannibal Chief Jack. We have another beautiful toy ship here. And then in here, we got some other treasures. Here we've got a really cool autograph script that was given to me. Once again, it's been autographed by everybody. Lee and Johnny and Orlando and pretty much everybody signed this thing. Trevor, Lee Ehrenberg, so Isaac, there is Isaac. So this has been pretty much autographed over Vanessa Branch. And then of course, here's my black powder cap lock, which is really fun to shoot. This thing, when you fire this thing, is like shooting a cannon. So it's got a lot of power. There's my black powder back there and my caps, of course. And then some pretty cool Pirates of the Caribbean memorabilia back here. Different magazines that we were in and so on and so forth. And then a couple other little things. This is my sword and baldric. So my baldric is adorned with Aztec gold, which is really cool. And then on the frog of the baldric is the Kraken. So this is all hand created by Barbosa leather. And then my sword, because I worked around so many kids, I decided to have my sword made out of poplar, which is a very hard wood, so it was very safe around kids. So never had to worry about ever hurting any children while brandishing my sword with any of them. So that was always really fun. So that's the Pirate's Lair. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, now I'm gonna have myself some pirate rum. Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a wonderful Merry Christmas.